Hi guys, and welcome to the video. We are getting into the last and final months of the bull market in crypto, and we finally see the first signs that we have the start of an alt season, possibly. So it's really exciting times. I would say first we check on Bitcoin dominance and the possibility that we have the alt season now, or we're starting to see an alt season now, altcoin season, and then we check the charts as usual. Alright, so let's get started. Here in the beginning I want to show you the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, so the altcoin market cap, and it looks really similar to the last bull run. As you can see, the structure here, we had like a sort of triangle, and the price caught the resistance here, the support here, and then broke out, backtest, and then moved up. And similar to last time, we had a resistance here, broke the resistance, backtested, then broke the resistance down here, backtested again, and then had a strong move up. So structurally it's looking really close. And if you look at the weekly time frame, we had the support here, we flipped the resistance to support, and now it looks great and really similar that we could also see a strong move up in altcoins compared to Bitcoin. Really interesting and important to look at as well, of course, is the Bitcoin dominance, which we looked at in the last few videos as well. So we see this huge move to the downside, which is a great sign in its own, but it's still in the cycle low time frame, so it's expected. So we have here the cycle low time frame of around 60 days up to 66, and we are in this time frame, so it's expected to see a drawdown for Bitcoin. That in itself is not the signal to be sure or to confirm an alt season. There's two things that we should see happening. So we should see a failed daily cycle, as I said in the last video, and also a breakdown of support lines. So here you can see the last daily cycle low, and if we manage to break it down today or the next 2 days in the cycle low window, still in the time frame window, without a huge move up, and we fail this cycle, then that's a first great sign. But it could also happen that we find a cycle low now during the end of the time frame. So it's now day 64, so the time frame goes until Saturday, day 66. What could happen is we see a few days upwards move, then we can confirm the low as a cycle low, and then if we have the cycle low confirmed, what we are looking for is a break of the cycle low. So move upwards for a few days, and if we then break the cycle low, that's a failed daily cycle, and then we can expect the next cycle low to be much lower, and that's a really great sign that altcoin season is actually starting. Also these support lines, it's with monthly closes and weekly closes. So if we check the monthly chart, if we have a monthly close, so the closing price of July beneath this support line here, so it goes all the way from here to here. So if you have a close below, that's also the second confirmation, or a weekly close below this line here. So generally you can look at this chart. What you want to see for altcoin season is a failed daily cycle, which could happen, as we talked about, if we break down here in the next 2 days, the last cycle low, or if we find a cycle low, move up a little bit and then break the cycle low, and also have monthly closes or weekly closes below the support line. That will be confirmation for altcoin season, but it looks really great so far. Huge move down in Bitcoin dominance, and also here, as you can see, the macro Fibonacci, we almost hit the 786 and are now moving sharply down, which is great to see. So it looks promising, but yeah, we keep this in mind for two confirmations. Also generally, the total crypto market cap just reached a new all-time high, and I think we have quite a long way to go in the next few months, so it's a lot of opportunity. We could see, I think, around 8 or around 10 trillion in market cap, possibly this shift resistance line, middle line. So let's see, there's, I think, a lot of opportunity in the next months. Right, for Bitcoin, as I told you, we only have a few months left if the cycle timeframes hold, as we talked about 2 videos ago. If it continues like it did in the last years and we find the cycle low on 1st of November around this time frame, then we have exactly 4 months left from now on. And these 4 months tend to be huge moves for Bitcoin, the last 4 months in the cycle. So in the first cycle it was over 1000%, then 650% to the upside, and the last one 135%. And I overlaid all of them with bars patterns, and this would be the range we could expect if it happens the same it did in the past. So from 160,000 to crazy target 466,000. And if we manage to have the same performance like last time of the last 4 months, plus 135%, that would put us at a target at around 250,000. So crazy numbers, but if it behaves like in the last few bull markets, then we have still a few months left to upside, so not that much time, but big price movements possibly. For Bitcoin itself, for the shorter term, we broke the all-time high, as you can see, and are now consolidating, which is good to see. We have a half cycle low possibly if we have the cycle inversion here on this 22nd of July, day 30. So it would not be surprising if we chop around here or move down to the cycle low, maybe also to the 382 support, and then continue to move up. And that's also why the Bitcoin dominance is dropping so hard right now, because Bitcoin broke a new all-time high and is now consolidating. And for altcoins, that's what you want to see, new price discovery for Bitcoin. And then when Bitcoin stops with the strong price moves and just goes sideways, that's when most of the time altcoins have really big moves. And yeah, that's how altcoin season starts usually. So yeah, let's check out the altcoin charts and then you see what I mean. First we start with XRP. Looking crazy, huge performance from the last cycle low. We are up already 50%, and as you can see, it's almost like a straight line up, only one red day. So insane performance so far. And we are also nearing the 786 resistance level from the whole move down from the highest price to the lowest price in this consolidation. And as you know, if we break the 786 to the upside with daily closes and confirmation, then we can expect new all-time highs. And yeah, that's also what I'm expecting for the next few weeks and months. The next cycle low for XRP is the 3rd of August, so maybe we get a bit of chop and consolidation. Just keep the cycle low time frame in mind. But it looks really, really good. Also, I think 2 videos back I said here, if we see a breakout above this resistance line here, it's a really nice risk reward trade if you don't have any XRP, to the upside with a nice stop loss here and targeting new all-time highs. And yeah, that's exactly how it played out. So if you hold XRP, congrats, great performance. One coin that's maybe even more insane than XRP, which is hard, is Curve. So CRV, as you know, we held the 786 support we talked about in the last video, and if you put the chart on regular, then we even held this support line here. So if you use trend lines, they tend to be more accurate if you put the chart in regular mode and not logarithmic mode. So with the log chart, we broke down, broke up again, but in the regular chart you see the support held here and here again together with the 786, and now you see a crazy move to the upside. How many percent is that? It's like over 100% move, straight line breakout in a few days. So crazy performance for CRV. It's also just like Bitcoin as well, and XRP, it looks like a lockout move for people that are not allocated, that are chasing the price higher because they want to get positions. And yeah, that's basically what it looks like for XRP, CRV, but also Bitcoin with the strong move to the upside. And similar to XRP, the next cycle low should be around the end of July, start of August. But it looks really, really strong. I also wanted to increase my position in CRV. Maybe we see a little bit of consolidation into the cycle low, but it looks overall really strong. And also don't forget, this might look like a strong move, but we are still a long way away from the all-time high for CRV. We are currently at around 86 euro cents, so around $1, and the all-time high was 6 euros. So from here to the all-time high for CRV is still 600% to the upside. So I think CRV is one of the greatest opportunities I see in the market, and with this move to the upside, it also now is my biggest position actually. But yeah, so far it looks great. Altcoins looking great, Bitcoin looks really great, and I think the next few months it's really a great time to concentrate and lock in, because you have the opportunity to really change your life in the next few months, I think. So yeah, it looks fantastic. Keep the cycle low in mind and also the support levels with the Fibonacci. But yeah, it looks like a really great move to the upside. Similar for Link, not as strong as the others, but it's starting to repair the chart. We are currently moving into the resistance, long-term resistance from the last bull market top here, and also this resistance line. So maybe we've struggled a little bit, consolidate, get a little pullback here. But what we want to see is a breakout of these two resistance lines, and then targeting new highs and hopefully also new all-time highs. So great move. What we want to see now is a breakout of the resistance. Similar, like all the other altcoins, the Link chart looks great as well. As I told you, I think 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, I was interested in it, started a new position because I didn't have any Litecoin here with the breakout, and so far it looks great. And I think we can also see a move to the upside at least, or maybe even new all-time highs. But yeah, setup so far looks great with the stop loss down here, and just like everything else, let's see what happens, but it looks really nice. Short look at the SPY. S&P 500 is nearing its cycle low time frame, so don't be surprised if we see a little bit of downside. Cycle low 40 days is the 23rd of July, so we could either chop around and just find a timing based cycle low, or we move down into the cycle low. So don't be surprised if we see some downside in the next days or the next week, but then we should also continue to move up. So as expected, just keep the cycle low in mind. For GameStop, there's nothing much to say. It's still holding the support line, and it's also sort of at the range lows. And with the cash on hand, the downside is limited, as I said. So we should see a move to the upside again, likely, and also we should see a gap fill in the next few months or weeks. So a little bit of a move upside would be expected, but nothing new so far. Alright, then for the end, gold and silver. So gold is continuing to chop around, to go sideways. It's not that bad actually, it holds the low so far. We could just see a timing based cycle low until the start of August, and then maybe a move up from there. So just consolidation. Keep in mind, gold had a really crazy performance, so it's nothing unusual that we see consolidation a little bit to the just sideways price action. And silver actually looks stronger than gold at the moment. We are currently here at this macro resistance for the Fib channel that I draw, and I think if we manage to break out, then the next Fib level resistance should be the next target, and also the 786 is the next target for the macro Fibonacci, so around $40. If you look at the short term, it looks really great, continues to move up, consolidating. New cycle low should also be around the end of July, start of August, and then I think we can expect the price to move to the upside. So as I talked about, silver has a really great long-term opportunity, I think, with this huge cup and handle. and we see prices go a lot higher than right now. So in general, looking really, really great. So yeah, let's see what will happen in the next few weeks. Crazy price action at the moment already. Let me know if you think that altcoin season is starting already, or if we need a little bit more time to see the start of a true altcoin season. Alright, that's it from me. Have a nice week and bye bye.